everyone, myself Purva Joshi, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to start a new topic, that is application of integration. So let's begin with the first topic, that is length of plane curves. Firstly we will study the length of arc in Cartesian form. Okay, so the length of arc of the curve y is equals to f of x between x is equal to a and x is equals to b is given by s is equal to integration a to b under root 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx. Okay, so we will use this formula to find the length of arc in Cartesian coordinates. Means one curve will be given, that is y is equals to f of x, okay, which will be given between 2 points, that is x is equal to a and x is equal to b. So what we have to do, we have to find dy by dx, substitute over here, simplify and integrate, so you will get the answer of length of arc. Okay, now we will study the length of arc in parametric form. Okay, so the length of arc of the curve between the points t is equal to t1 and t is equal to t2 is given by s is equal to integration t1 to t2 under root dx by dt whole square plus dy by dt whole square dt. Okay, so when the question is given in the parametric form, so what we have to do, we have to differentiate x with respect to t, y with respect to t, simplify it, so you will get the length of arc in parametric form. Okay, now we will find the length of arc in polar form. So the length of arc of the curve r is equals to f of theta between points theta is equal to theta 1 and theta is equal to theta 2 is given by s is equal to integration theta 1 to theta 2 under root r square plus dr by d theta whole square d theta. Okay, so whenever we have given question in the polar form, so what we have to do, we have to use this formula. So firstly we have to find the derivative of r with respect to theta, we have to substitute over here, simplify this, integrate it, so you will get the answer of length of arc in polar form. Okay, now let's begin with one example. Find the length of arc of the curve y is equal to log sec x from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to pi by 3. Okay, so you can see from the question that the given question is in Cartesian form. Okay, and x varies from 0 to pi by 3. Okay, so now let's begin with the solution. Here y is equal to log sec x is given. Okay, now what we will do, firstly we will find the derivative, that is dy by dx, means we have to take derivative with respect to x. Okay, so derivative of log sec x, so firstly we will apply the log derivative formula, that is 1 upon x. So here we have 1 upon sec x. Now we will use the chain rule. Okay, so derivative of sec x is what? Sec x into tan x. This sec x will get cancelled, so what remains is tan x. Okay, now we know this x varies from 0 to pi by 3. This is given in the question. Okay, so we will find the length of the arc, which is given by the formula s is equal to integration 0 to pi by 3 under root 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx, right? Here y varies from 0 to pi by 3, so the limit of integration is 0 to pi by 3. Okay, now we will substitute this answer of dy by dx. Okay, which is tan x. So here we have under root 1 plus tan square x dx. Now 1 plus tan square x means sec square x, and under root of sec square x means sec x. Okay, so integration 0 to pi by 3 sec x dx. Okay, now integrate it, so you will get log sec x plus tan x, and the limits are 0 to pi by 3. Now we will substitute the limit. So firstly substitute the upper limit, so you will get log sec pi by 3 plus tan pi by 3, right, minus, now substitute the lower limit, so you will get log sec 0 plus tan 0, right? Now we know the value of sec pi by 3 is 2 and tan pi by 3 is under root 3. Answer of sec 0 is 1 and tan 0 is 0. Okay, so here we have log 1 and the answer of log 1 is 0, so this term is gone. So what remains is only log 2 plus under root 3, which is your answer for the length of arc. Okay, now let's discuss one more topic, that is area of surface of solid of revolution. The area of surface of solid of revolution in Cartesian form. Firstly, we will study in Cartesian form. Now, the area of a surface generated by revolving the arc of the curve y is equals to f of x about x-axis is given by s is equal to integration a to b to pi y under root 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx, right? So whenever we have to find the area of a solid, right, in Cartesian form, so we will use this formula, and here we are revolving around x-axis. Okay, now similarly we can find the area of surface generated by revolving the arc x is equals to f of y. Okay, and we are revolving around y-axis, so it is given by the formula s is equal to integration c to d 2 pi x under root 1 plus dx by dy whole square dy. Okay, so whenever we are revolving around x-axis, you have to use this formula, and revolving around y-axis, so we will use this formula to find the area of surface of solid of revolution. Okay, now the area of surface of solid of revolution in parametric form. So when the equation of the curve is given in parametric form, that is x is equals to f1 of t, y is equals to f2 of t, and this t is between t1 and t2. Okay, so the area of surface of solid of revolution about x-axis is given by s is equal to integration t1 to t2 2 pi y under root dx by dt whole square plus dy by dt whole square dt. Okay, so whenever in the question parametric form is given, that is x is given in the terms of t, y is given in the terms of t. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to find this dx by dt, dy by dt, substitute it and solve this integration. So you will get the area of a surface of revolution about x-axis in parametric form. Okay, now the area of surface of a solid of revolution in polar form. So for the curve r is equals to f of theta bounded between the radii vectors theta is equal to theta 1 and theta is equal to theta 2. So the area of a surface of solid of revolution about initial line is given by s is equal to integration theta 1 to theta 2 2 pi r sin theta under root r square plus dr by d theta whole square d theta. Okay, so whenever the question is given in the polar form, we have to use this formula when we are rotating about the initial line. Okay, now let's solve one example. Find the area of the surface of revolution generated by revolving the curve x is equal to y cube from y is equal to 0 to y is equal to 2 about y axis. So from the question you can see that the question is given in the Cartesian form. So we will use that formula. Okay. So let's begin with the solution. Now here x is equal to y cube is given. So firstly we will find dx by dy. So we will differentiate this with respect to y. So we will get 3y square. Okay. Now this curve, that is x is equal to y cube, is shown over here. This is line y is equal to 0, that is x-axis. Okay, and this is the line y is equals to 2 given, and we are rotating this around y-axis. Okay, so you can see that the area of a surface is generated by revolving the region about y-axis. So for the region shown, y varies from 0 to 2. You can see this y varies from 0 to 2. Right, now the surface area S is given by the formula integration 0 to 2 2 pi x under root 1 plus dx by dy whole square dy. Okay, now we will substitute the value of this dx by dy and this x. Okay, so we have x is equal to y cube, so here we will write y cube, and dx by dy is 3y square. Okay, so here we have under root 1 plus 3y square whole square dy. Okay, now bring these two outside, this pi also outside, integration 0 to 2. Simplify this, so you will get 1 plus 9 y raised to 4 whole raised to 1 by 2. Okay, and this y cube as it is. Now what is the derivative of this term? Okay, so derivative of 1 is 0 and the derivative of 9y raised to 4 is what? 36y cube. Okay, we have this y cube already. So what we will do? We will multiply by 36 and we will divide it by 36. Okay, so you will get this formula, that is function raised to n, and its derivative is present. So what will be the answer? F of y raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Okay, now this is our function and its derivative, that is 36y cube, is present over here. Okay, so we will use this formula. N is given, that is 1 by 2. So your answer will be 1 plus 9y raised to 4 whole raised to 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2, and simplify this, so you will get pi upon 18. Now just substitute the limit. So in place of y, firstly we have to substitute 2. So if you will substitute 2 and you will simplify, so you will get answer as 145 raised to 3 by 2 minus, now substitute the lower limit. So in place of y, substitute 0. So this will be 0 and we have 1. Okay, we have to first simplify further. So you will get here pi upon 27, 145 under root 145 minus 1. So this is the answer for the surface area. Okay, so I hope you have understood throughout the session. Thank you for watching.